A 2258 missed nuke Hilda freeze, so I have a good time save on that split. Minus 11 possible on a good fight. Wow. That's actually absurd. Are you going for nukeless? Or are you still sticking to the nuke strat? I think it's harder to run short games like Cuphead that run 6.8% and it's quite a bit longer. I guess it depends on how you define difficulty. Like, is it getting a time that's comparable to what other players are getting? Or is it just like comparing a time that's just like a minute within the record or top 10 or whatever? Because, like, typically with shorter games, it tends to be easier to, like, get within, like, the absolute amount of time within the top runs. Like, if you get a sub 30, like, that's considered, like, a pretty decent time. But, like, that's 3 minutes within the record. Meanwhile, with a longer game, getting 3 minutes to the record is harder, basically. But the shorter runs tend to be more optimized. It's not the only factor. It also depends on the game's complexity and its activity, yada, yada, yada. But if a game is shorter, that does help in the time being closer to the human limit. With this game in specific, it's a bit of a mess, because there's also a lot of RNG. But yeah. I think I'm hitting this last slobber. Yep. Jump, please. That's a 34. Nice. What about 35.59? That's pretty good. It's decent. Honestly, Diggity, for how you learned 1.1, which was just like, you started watching Grandis's tutorial, he was explaining the tech, and you're like, nah, I know all of this already, and you just jumped into runs. Without, like, learning the optimizations on the individual bosses much. 35 is very, very solid. And yeah, this game does have a lot of tech. It's insanely complex. I love it. Like, what distinguishes this game from a lot of other runs is that there is a lot of RNG, but, like, there's also a big skill element, and what the RNG does to this game is it serves in making this run very dynamic. Like, it's not, like, boring RNG, the kind of binary thing where either you get one pattern and you easily close it out and save time, or you get another pattern and you easily close it out anyway and it saves time. No, what ends up happening is that there's a lot of different scenarios that you need to be ready for, and they're all freaking hard to play optimally. And sometimes even forcing you to think on the spot. So that makes for a very complex run, because if you want to be a top player in this game, you don't just learn the good scenarios. You also need to learn how to deal with some of the trickier situations and some bad patterns. And make sure that you're as good as possible at them, because that's what's going to make you more consistent. And consistency in a game like this is extremely, extremely important. Arguably more so than in a game without RNG. Not bad. Feel much better now. All it took was your chat explanation of different Kaleva swaps and I was set. Nice. Yeah, that kind of stuff helps a lot. This game, some of the inner workings of this game don't even work the same as they did on 1.0. Particularly around weapon swapping. Briny can be boring. Yeah, Briny's kind of a boring boss. Unless you get a spicy Captain SPD. I do need to still practice Briny a bit more. I should be able to improve my times on some patterns. There's so many scenarios in this game that I've not begun fully, like, being on top of every single pattern. Shoot. I should have taken the parry before firing the EX. And I'm not taking that parry either because it was being bodyguarded by the tornado. Oh well. I think I fired it here. Oh, no, I should have fired that sooner. Alright, kind of a bad Hilda. Bosses in Silk Song that 8 on a cycle, and if you get the bad ones, there's nothing you can do. Kind of RNG suck. What do you mean by 8 on a cycle? There are cycle-based boss fights in this game. Watch a ton of hater percent runs, and I'm amazed how different any percent is without restrictions. Using invulnerability frames looks sick. Yeah. This is like, even... There is a more broken category for this, which is Legacy any percent, where there's the weapon swap glitch that basically allows you to fire 2 weapons at the same time, and you just melt through bosses. I watch a decent amount of Silk Song too, by the way. Sublime is a runner of that game, and he used to run Cuphead before. I watch quite a lot of him. In particular. Yeah, what's up, Angelic? Good morning. You approve the RRC date format? Okay, cool. Thanks. Any percent your favorite category to run? I think it's between 80% and 300%. I love 300%. I haven't run it much, but I have high interest in it, and I can see myself just, like, running that for a long time, potentially. It is a less active category, so it's like, what's nice about 80% is there are a lot of other players, and, like, there are a lot of people, like, looking into strats. With 300%, it would probably be mostly me, and maybe some other people. If they do run it. Yeah, or Michael. I know he's potentially interested. Or Uramatsu, right? Yeah, there's a few people. There's a few people for sure. Overclocked my Rhino again yesterday and ended up bootstrapping adding. But yeah, by the way, cycle-based boss fights in this game, I will explain how they work. It's a minority of bosses, but some bosses gain invincibility when you deal the required amount of damage to go into the next phase, and you just at that point you just gotta watch whatever attack animation they're in the middle of before you can do damage on them again. So in some scenarios it makes a few seconds of variance. 48. Quinsley said he wants to do it at some point. Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe we can all jump on the 300% bandwagon when the time comes. That'd be neat. Anyway, decent run right here. That was a 7 flat tile one, I just realized. The new 80%, let's go. It's honestly such a great category, IMO. You'll follow Yuka? Oh, wow. I'm writing this down. That's a bit early. No, it worked. Okay. Ooh, that was kind of scary, actually. You will not follow? Fair enough. Yeah, -7 again. I guess... I guess it's just that kind of day. And oh yeah, I guess nowadays you do charge limit and not the charge blubber thing I was doing. I'm sure I can convince Fiverr into running 200% as well. I think I'd rather put my resources into Wyvern running a Pokemon game instead. Okay, nice. What am I doing? Never. That's not bad. Pokemon sounds like a horrible time for Wyvern. It's either a ton of RNG or Manips, I guess, would be your follow-up. Well, I mean, there are some categories that are a bit less on the on the receiving end of that kind of stuff. But yeah, there are some Pokemon runs that you probably wouldn't like. Maybe most. Shouldn't have used that EX. Alright, fine. That's a fine Grim fight. Alright, the pace should be decent. I think I'm expecting to be like -6 here. Yeah, that is true, Laxus. That's kind of the thing. The thing about more modern games, especially ones that didn't come out on PC. UK running 1.1 is probably what 1.1 runners feel running an MG. Yeah, I guess so.
This match will get red hot. Here goes.
Good. I got great platform luck. Star skip. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Stop losing. For the pace, it's just up ace. I've seen many of these. They'll die eventually.
A great slam and then some. You're up.
Not bad. I missed a bomb. That's fine. Star skip. Alright, Sally. The curse of having practiced, of having just practiced a boss intensively like I did with Sally, is that basically I'm either looking at a chance of getting a great time or looking at a chance of getting a terrible time because I mess up everything. Oh, she's gonna land. Okay, if my damage was slightly more optimal. Single. I think we're looking at a bad Sally. Might have an extra EX though. Alright, well. I'm losing about 4 seconds. The 51 is not nice. It's not 52. But yeah. That pattern was good. I hit a triple in phase 1. I should have skipped the extra attack. And then if I didn't hit some triples, I probably could have salvaged like a 47 or a 46 out of that.
A brawl is surely brewing.
So I'll take the blame. Oh my god, what am I doing? Should have zoomed to the left. Lo saw. And I missed a quad. I think we're looking at a bad Werner. 41. Yeah, I'm losing a bit. Oh well. Yeah, honestly, like, most cursed thing about doing time attacks for this game is the freaking Sally stage 1 transition randomly just, like, taking longer because of some object lingering longer. I don't fully understand it. It's like an animation state.
Good day for a throwback. Here goes.
Aw. Okay, that's a 40. That's not bad. Thank you for Gel Ultimate Gamer. Hello. We can claw.
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
It's a slow face transition. Hope I got this right. Okay, it's still parryless, that's fine. Yeah, those projectiles were kinda nasty. But it's a decent time, I'll take it.
A brawl is surely brewing. And begin.
Okay, at least the way this failed is not the end of the world. Fine. I'll take a 102. I'm losing a couple seconds. Calmarugad Naples. Oh yeah, I've seen them be like that. And we are looking at a big potential ×7 on King Dice, but then I'm going up against Devil Gold. That's the Hell comparison. We'll see what we get. What's up, Whiskey Boy? Hopefully. Ah, no hearts. Bad luck. I didn't get a single triple. It's a one-spit cigar at least. The time is not terrible.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
Okay. $27.07. We'll see.
This match will get red hot. You're up.
That's great. Oh, wow. We're looking at a 146, probably. Huh.
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
Yep. No hearts, so I'm not getting the HP bonus skip, but this should save a lot of time. No star skip. Minus 10.6 over a 2710.6. Alright. What do you have, Devil?
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
Okay, this is not sub 27. But it could still be nice. Yes! We got the OX. That was a pretty mediocre devil pattern. Had potential for quite a bit lower. But I'm happy to PB. We did it. Thank you for GG's, everybody. Let me read them off. All of them. Thank you, Fresh Lupian, Mr. Butter, Mark, French Fry Apocalypse, Rapik, Yuka, Laxus, Donald Dark, Kaleva, Brazar, Diggity, Doody, Bronco, Cool Pizza, Angelic. Oh, I'm seeing some stuff, hang on. Francisco Coela, Locumangs, Michael, Willy Style, Cisco, Jopus Opus, Geoscenario, Musically Declined, Bosque Boy Fred, MZ, Mr. Zelly, Nova Prime, Flinchy, Claude, MZ, Agent Wyvern, Stick Me Fabio, Graven Z, Martuka, and thank you for the, what is this? 270825 bits, Lucent, which is 60. And the 10 gift subs, Diggity, that's very generous of you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for 100 bits, Kalava. Thank you for 100 bits in Eternal Dark, I'm just now seeing the alert. And the raid Slogeri, you just raided on a record. Thank you for more GG's here. Dazaroth. As a Bibil Jeb the Soothsayer. Thank you, Doody, Abyssal, VIP Pac-Man. And thank you for 41 more bits, Lucy. Thank you, Floppy Disco. Alright. That's good. That's a pretty good run. Oh man, that's a tough aisle 1 comparison. Slightly better aisle 2. A bit up and down. Aisle 3 is where I have the most potential time save now. It used to be the opposite. It used to be the aisle 1 and aisle 2 had the most potential, and then aisle 3 was kind of tough. And now the Inkwell Hell is flipped. I'm now comparing against a Great King Dice. That was probably like 1 second off gold or something. And a bad Devil. Like... I now have 10 seconds on Devil and next to nothing on King Dice. Jeez, oh yeah, we have a world record with the .rrc file. I'll definitely run recap all of this. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Alright. Let's upload the save file first. This is the classic way we've been doing run recaps. Yeah, that's a pretty good aisle 1. Look at that. Hilda being the only, like, really bad time. Aisle 2... Aisle 2 was decent. Bad Baroness, the rest was decent. Decent to good. And yeah, 51 Sally. That pattern, I should have gotten much better on that pattern. And then Bad Werner, this was with parries. And I missed the 1 cycle skeleton on Phantom. So we got quite a lot of potential time save in aisle 3. Plus the fact that I got a 51 Devil, Dragon first. Let's look at the .rrc. This is still a work in progress. Let's see what it has to say. Wrong run. Wait. I guess, yeah. No, this is the right run. This is the right run. It's just this display. That's not the right time. But yeah. Oh, sub 2 knockout time on root pack. There we go. What's my residual? 110. This was pretty good. Jinxed yourself of getting 27 flat. Wait, how? What's up, Martuka? 2 seconds slower hell to compare against at least. Oh yeah, overall it is, so that's good. We now have infinite copium material. Yeah, I can always just get a better Devil. 11-10, how? Yeah, it would be interesting to know how many start skips I got. This was with Werner parries too. Madonna even go through. Oh, I see it now! Holy crap, thank you for the $27.08 dollars, Mark. I cancelled my Dead by Daylight queue to watch this. Well, I guess for once, it actually worked out. I actually got a new record. But yeah, thank you very much, Mark. Really, 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 really appreciate it. Thank you all. Absolutely. For all the donations, all the support, and just watching.